Hello and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. Nelson Mandela has said that the education is the most powerful weapon in the world to bring a positive change. Well, the couple whom I'm gonna interact today in this edition are someone who are really inspiring and working hard, and of course putting so much of effort to bring a quality education in the state of Sikkim. They are the founder of the Accelerator, a career-based magazine, and the Academy. Let's talk with them and get inspired. Here is a rendezvous with the inspiring couple, Bhupendra and Pragya. Hello Bhupendra, hello Pragya, and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Okay, let me ask first and foremost, the Accelerator, as we go with the name, is something which relates with the motion or the speed. Tell us what exactly the Accelerator imbibes on the students and the young minds.
Academically, I was really sound with my studies and everything. But in spite of the fact that I did really well in my class 10 board and class 12 as well as my college, but the struggle to actually find what really made me happy in terms of finding that perfect career for me was difficult. So I felt somebody like me who was academically sound, if I am facing and going through the challenges, whether it could be because of the fact that I did not have proper guidance at my home, or maybe my parents were not in that position to really guide me properly, I thought, there are so many other people, other students after me also who would actually face the same challenges. Sure. So we thought, me and Pragya, we thought, everybody is only going to talk about it until unless we do something about it. It's a small initiative to actually make sure that we come up with something that will erase these challenges for the students to understand what career would suit them the best, And therefore we came up with this name called the Accelerator. Actually, we had two names in our head before we finally finalized the Accelerator. The other option for us was this name called the Catalyst. And then the catalyst will also play the same role. Catalyst in a chemical reaction basically speeds up the chemical reaction, but does not really come in the end product. Sure. So we wanted to do something like that, but the catalyst could only be understood by science students. So we wanted to generalize it and make it the Accelerator, so that it defines and it probably gives an idea to the students that normally the Accelerator is a platform which will help us give us wings to fly, and also give us the best suggestion on what courses or what career would suit my potential or her potential the best.
That's absolutely inspiring. Well, let me tell you that Bhupendra was my junior in Kidikang school. Later he completed his schooling from Holy Cross, and of course he has done his aeronautical engineering from Jaipur. A very inspiring journey. Well, I'll come to you on this. Now, let me ask Pragya. Pragya, you have a legal background. So as we fondly say that behind every successful man there is a woman, but after knowing you guys is something which I find this statement very mutual. Tell us how the journey of, how you take yourself in the journey of Accelerator. And another thing I would like to ask you is, what exactly the young minds of today wants when it comes to the quality education system?
I think we are like yin and yang, we complement each other. We decided to do this Accelerator magazine first because we realized in the market there was no career guide magazine as such. There were glamour magazine, there was political magazine, but for the youth and basically for the career, there was no such magazine. So we came out with that. Before being a lawyer, I always wanted to write. I was more of a writer than a lawyer. But then it changed. So with the youth that I've seen over here, most of them, they are running behind government jobs.
Yes.
And although if they are creatively aware or creatively intelligent, because of the family pressures and society pressures, peer pressure, for them, the main objective over here is to get a government job or be a doctor, But there are so many avenues and so many other career options they are not aware of.
True.
So what as the team, as Accelerator team, we would like to do is counsel those students and also parents, which is equally important, that there are so many avenues and there are so many ways that a child can showcase their creativeness and, you know, be aware of the surrounding and constructive to the society.
True.
So our main agenda was to have a platform where the youth can, a platform where we can empower the youth
Yeah. In a positive
in a very positive way.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And let me tell you that the accelerator is few of the coaching classes which is operational, you know, I mean, they conduct classes throughout the year. Bhupen, let me ask you, when we talk about coaching classes, people parallelly think it's about the commercialization of an education, right? So we know that the to going coaching classes, people take this as, you know, a mandatory fashion kind of statement for the student. How do you defend, or how do you take this, I mean, like, you know, the statement what we call the commercialization of an education?
Commercialization of an education, I think, is not just observed here in Sikkim, but also in major metropolitan cities like Delhi or Kota, wherever you see, you know. For example, in Kota, the coaching industry is a 300 crore industry every year. That's not going to happen here, because what's happening over there in major metropolitan cities, with the fact that commercialism is also parallelly hitting them, is that they're also providing better facilities in terms of ensuring that the students get the best of what they're studying, you know. That has not come here, right? It's not still come here. We just have a lame classroom, and maybe the biggest facility that is provided in a coaching center is what do you call that? The projector, with that, you know, you show something on the projector, videos or something like that. The other aspects of balancing a student's study with leisure activities, like maybe giving them some sports facility inside the coaching academy, or also maybe providing them with a library where they could come and then relax by, you know, maybe reading some books that will make them feel good. We are trying to do that. We have already started a library. We've already started a small leisure room for the students, so that they don't have to go out when they're waiting for their classes, you know. The other important aspect is also to ensure that we come up with a center which is convenient for the students as far as their transportation is also concerned. Now, coming back to your question about how do we maintain ourselves throughout the year, because normally a little bit of a handsome financial transaction, you know, takes place only during the winter's time, when normally people are ready to do their winter coaching and stuff. So, to maintain ourselves throughout the year, what we have done is we've started our coaching, you know, right from class 6 to class 12. So right now we have two sections. One is the junior block, which is still there in the old building. We've started a senior block very recently. So we don't allow the juniors and seniors to mingle, because their mentality at that particular time is totally different, and the seniors, they need a different space altogether. So we've taken care of all these things. And as far as the financial aspects are concerned, yeah, this vertical struggle is a little friend of ours all the time. But still we're doing our best, because of the fact that the magazine is there, and it's also working parallelly. And we are also associated with top universities, so they are also one of our regular clients. So that's why financial status is somewhere the other balanced. You know?
Right. So as you rightly pointed out, that Accelerator has a very good collaboration with the best colleges and the universities in the country, and scholarship is something which you guys provide to the well-deserved students who makes brilliantly, like, you know, meritorious in your test. Tell us about the scholarship schemes of the Accelerator.
I'm so proud and thrilled to announce this, Naribalda, that we are the only academy as such in Sikkim that has collaborated with top universities all over India.
Yeah.
Also, the thing is, we have this year itself, we have given approximately around 10 lakh of scholarship to students. And that's what we do. We travel throughout the year, and we get to collaborate with such top universities who are already collaborated with Google, Apple, Oracle, you know, so that what happens is our students, they are neglected, and somehow the information is not passed to them. So what we do is we also conduct our Northeast Scholarship Test every year, so that they have an opportunity to, you know, spread their wings and fly high. And so for them, they shouldn't feel that because of their family background, financial condition, that they should be not thinking of aiming to the goal. In between, we have also met so many interesting and motivating people who has given us an idea about various central schemes for girls and for uprising youth. Apart from that, what we do is every year during summer vacation and winter vacation, we take all the students to these various universities, make them stay there. They should have a realization that how a university should be.
Now, let me come to the point where the credentials of the proprietor or the person who is running the institute matters a lot, because the first and the foremost thing which the parents or the students, basically parents, look is like who is running the institute, the credentials, the educational credentials, right? Now, as I earlier said that Bhupen, you have done your aeronautical engineering, right? And now you are one of the prominent edupreneurs, right? How do you feel about the credentials and how much important it is to have a proper credentials?
Before I answer you this question, coming back to again the scholarship part, I wanted to add a little bit there. Normally what happens is, see, Sikkim is one of the privileged state in terms of the scholarship sanctions that comes from both central and state. But the only problem is we know that it's available, but we don't know how to get it, Whether you talk about literate parents or illiterate parents, for that sake, both of these categories of parents do struggle to actually accomplish the goal of getting that scholarship. So what we've done from this year, we've also started scholarship aid cell, which is headed by one of our associate, Mr. Sangye Sherpa. So what he does is, all the students who actually comes to us to get the counseling or also maybe take admissions and stuff and thing, then we ensure that we do all the formalities as far as their documentation is concerned that is required for them to receive the scholarship from the concerned department, and make sure that every documentation is complete, and then we hand it over to the parents saying that now you go and deposit and there will be no other problem, everything is sorted out now. This is what we do. And this way also, I think this year itself we've managed to help somewhere around 50 odd students. It's still coming. The scholarship in the social welfare department has been extended to 15th of November. So we're still doing that activity. Now for this we are not, in terms of financial aspects, we are not charging anything from the parent. This is something which is coming, from deep down inside of our heart, because we really want to serve our people here. Okay. And coming back to your questions about my credentials again. Yes, I think if most of my friends who are actually watching this, they would actually appreciate the fact that academically I was really sound right from my nursery till class 10, 12, and obviously graduation as well.
You always stood first.
I